What's up, guys? Garrett here again. Today, I'm going to attempt to try to implement the E-Myth revised into the kind of like the OA, like how a OA business would see the E-Myth book. I just finished it. It's a great book. If anybody hasn't checked this book out, I would definitely advise. I would definitely suggest that you do. There is definitely a lot more. If you're just an Amazon seller, there's a ton more that you really don't need out of this book because this is kind of more for like a brick and mortar store. But the, I mean, the overall encompass of the idea of it is, oh, I mean, it applies to every business out there, obviously. But it's definitely a good book. I would definitely suggest reading it. The E-Myth. So the main premise of it is, I guess if you could put it in one sentence, the whole book, work on your business, not in your business. So what does that look like for like an Amazon seller? Um, I mean, starting out, pretty much everyone's going to be working in their business. You're at the beginning, especially if you're starting from scratch, hiring anybody out, you're going to be the sourcer, the accountant, the admin work, um, the I guess that's it. Those three, I mean, for online arbitrage, obviously private label, there's marketing and stuff like that in there. Um, but for OA, there's not really a whole lot that you like need to focus on. So what you're wanting to do, for what this book is suggesting, is that you take, everything that you're doing and you get it to where, all right, this is what you do for the accounting, and then you write everything down, exactly how you do your accounting, and then you take your how you source, and then you write everything down with how you source. That way you're in the mindset of, all right, I source this way. This is how I find products. I can easily give this paper that I've written down, give it to somebody, and then they could take over and do it like I'm not, and I don't need to be there. That's until you can get every one of your aspects of your business kind of situated to that, until you can pull yourself completely out and be able to take a 4 week vacation and come back and it just seemed like nothing ever happened. Until that happens, you're working in your business and not working on it. So I've tried it. I did the best I could to kind of implement this into the Amazon online arbitrage way. So the first thing, it's development program. So your franchise prototype. They're pretty much this book really put kind of like wants you to be more of you're building it to sell it type of deal. And in online arbitrage, you're not gonna sell your business. If you can get a wholesale, maybe. If you have it like down to a T, maybe you could do that. I'm not really sure on all of that, but if you're just doing online arbitrage, you're not gonna sell it. You should probably be focusing more on how can I make enough money to pull the money that I made out of this business and put it into something that I can eventually one day sell for a large amount. But this is more of a free up your time business, or a just get revenue up more than a minimum wage 9 to 5 job can do. So, but the premise is the development program is made up of seven aspects. It's primary aim, which is the first and foremost most important, strategic objective, your organizational strategy, your management strategy, your people strategy, your marketing strategy, and your system strategy. So your primary aim, the first and foremost, what all of these strategies and objectives are all trickling down from this primary aim. What is the thing that you want? Um, so for me, I've written it out. I've put what do I value most? Spending time with family and improving the lives of my family. What kind of life do I want? A life where I can make money without being tied to a certain place. A life where I have the freedom to spend time with my family without being concerned about losing money. So like your 9 to 5, you take a vacation, like it's awesome, but you're still technically losing money because you're not working, because you're trading your time for hours. So that's kind of the life that I would like to get to. Um, and then the third thing about primary aim is what do I want my life to look like, to feel like, and who do I wish to be? Well, I want to be a real estate investor. I'm doing this business so I can make enough money to where I can start putting it into real estate. I want to feel like a successful business owner. I want to make this business work, get it rolling, get it to where I'm a business owner, not working in it, working on it. And then I can use that money to become the real estate investor that I want to be. And then for the who I wish who do I wish to be? I wish to be a financially intelligent and successful man. Those are my main primary aims. Michael, the author of the book, Michael Gerber, he said, "Great people are those who know how they got where they are and what they need to do to get where they're going." So how much, and then another primary aim is how much money will I need uh, to make to do the things I wish to do, and by when do I need it? So this is long term. I kind of pulled it off of just being the business. This is me thinking about where I want to be. I'm 31 right now, and where I want to be by the time I'm 40. By the time I'm 40, I want to be making about 8 figures. So generating cash flow 8 figures, yeah, each year. And then I want to have 9 figures in assets. So 9 figures in real estate or something like that, you know. So that's my primary aim. That's where I I want to get to that point. And now from that, I trickle down to the strategic objective. So a strategic objective is a very clear statement of what your business has to ultimately do for you to achieve your primary aim. So for this company, how big will your company need to be to reach your primary aim? I put down $3 to $4 million company. So that is just my online arbitrage business. I don't want by the time I'm doing 3 to 4 million, hopefully I've transitioned to the wholesale part of it, because 3 to 4 million in online arbitrage is that's a big one. You know, that's quite a bit. But 3 to 4 million in wholesale is very doable. Especially as I'm not wanting to do the what do you call that, warehouse thing. I don't want to buy a warehouse. I want it to all be on laptop only, to where I can do my business anywhere without having to worry about it. Um, and then next on for the strategic game is what will serve my primary game. So I put make enough to start wholesale, then scale to a couple million, and then pull money out to start my real estate journey. Does the business I have in mind alleviate a frustration experienced by a large enough group of consumers to make it worthwhile? And I put yes, because Amazon's the biggest thing that I tell everybody is shipment speed. Like, you can buy all of these products elsewhere. Everything that I'm sending in to Amazon to sell, you can buy either at brick and mortar or other websites, even at a lot lower price. But everyone pays that premium because they could get it tomorrow, or they can get it, in 2 days. Like, it's quick. It's not a, well, I'll go to the store on this weekend, or if I order from this site, it might be here 2 weeks. Amazon has a premise that it's the fastest thing out there. If you want something, you can get it this fast, but you got to pay for it. That's the reason why Amazon sellers still make money, is because there's that premium they pay for. So that's all the strategic objectives for me. For the organizational strategy, I put organizational strategy is a position, or sorry, it's like I've got right here. You can kind of see it. The like little chart deal thing right there. So this is where you want to be. You want to be shareholder, but when you're starting your business, you're everything. So what they got is a lot bigger list. But for the online arbitrage business, it's not as crazy as I think. Like the top thing is you want your chief operating officer. Obviously, you're everybody, but right, but you want to, in order to be working on your business, you want to start thinking about where do I need to place people in order to make everything run smooth. And the first and foremost is you need your chief operating officer. Then that's somebody that's going to be, talking to your people who are in control of the accountants, the people who are in control of the sourcing, the people who are in control of admin. And then it trickles down to the vice president of finance. They'll handle all your accountants or your bookkeepers and tax people. And then your vice president of operations. They'll handle. I mean, for online arbitrage, I feel like you could probably put vice president of operations as your admin and sourcing overview. Um, I don't really. I'm not like this isn't the science. This is kind of just me. Like I think this is how it will go. This is, I guarantee, not how it's gonna go. If I look back in 2 or 3 years and watch this video, I guarantee I'll be like, "You're dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. This is how it actually went." But this is what I'm thinking that it's going to go. And if I have to adjust or add or subtract some stuff along the way, I'm definitely gonna do it. But organizational strategy is a position contract, or sorry, for organizational strategy, you need each position to have a position contract. It's a summary of the results to be achieved by each position in the company. So you don't want to just hire somebody and be like, "You're the chief operating officer. Go for it." No one's gonna like that. Like that's throwing somebody to the wolves. And yes, that is a way to do it. Yes, they will eventually learn, but it'll take them twice as long to learn something if you don't have a plan or strategy in place for that person. So if you hire somebody, you put them in place and you say, this is what we want, this is how we want to do it, and this is the result that we're expecting to get from you doing that. And if you get that result, awesome. If you don't, we need to adjust some stuff. Simple as that. But you need that with every position: the chief operating officer, the vice president of operations, the vice president of finance, your admin, your sourcing, and your accountants. You need everybody to be on the same page and have the exact deal that they need to do. And so that's all the organizational strategy. Next is the management strategy. You need a management system, not a management strategy, but it is still a management strategy. But your management system is a system that is a set of things, actions, ideas, and information that interact with each other, and in doing so, alter other systems. So your management system, you you can't you got to have everything in order. So a management, the way the book kind of explains it, is that your manager kind of lives in the past. He sticks to the status quo. He doesn't like to think of new things. He likes to look at the past and say that worked. I'm going to do it that way. So you want your management system to be like, all right, this is how it worked this time. This is how we're going to do it this way. So you're going to have your kind of like, I want to say your organization down to a T for your management strategy to work. That way, whenever someone comes up to you and says, "Well, this didn't work," then you can adjust it and have your management strategy better. But that's management strategy. And then next is your people strategy. So this one is whenever you start to hire people. A lot of OA sellers, if they're just starting out, this is a long ways away. I don't have anybody hired. I have a prep center right now and thinking about getting rid of them. But I didn't hire nobody. I just hired that out. But if you start hiring people, you want to have a structure that's more like a game. So your people want to work for a boss, created clearly, and hey, your people want to work for a boss, who created a clearly defined structure. Sorry, structure for acting in the world. They want a structure through which they can be tested and test themselves. So like a game, you don't want it to be mundane where it's the same over and over and over, which to a certain extent it has to be. Like it's a job. Like you're not gonna get away from doing the same thing every day, but you can make it kind of a game out of it. You 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 want it to where it kind of rewards you. Actually, 1 second. Let's see, I took a picture of it because it was a lot to write down. So a few of the rules for your people strategy is never figure out what you want your people to do, then try to communicate a game out of it. Never create a game for your people you're unwilling to play yourself. Make sure there are specific ways of winning the game without ending it, and change the game from time to time. The tactic, not the strategy. Never expect the game to be self sustaining. People need to be reminded of it constantly. And the game has to make sense. And the game needs to be fun from time to time. And you can't think of a good, if you can't think of a good game, steal one. Because there's thousands, hundreds of thousands, I'm sure, of companies that have made this up, have had people strategy that's gamified, and you can go find it and steal it and use it as your own. It's not like it's a bad thing to do that. But anyways, that's your people strategy. Make a game out of it. Have some reward to the work that you're doing. Um, the next one is marketing strategy for OA and wholesale. Not really like too concerning. Obviously, if you're private label, yes, you definitely want to focus on this. But for OA business, I kind of just skipped it. I didn't really want to worry about it too much. But once I do get into private label, maybe long down the road, then I can start, looking into marketing strategy. But anyways, skipping marketing strategy, going to your systems strategy. You've got three different systems. Your one is your hard systems, which is like your tools. Yeah, for an online arbitrage, your Be Cool, your inventory lab, your seller board. Those are your hard systems. They're like the unliving things. It's what you have that helps you run your business, but you don't have to hire somebody to do it. Your soft systems are the hired people, the living or ideas. And then the information systems provide info about interactions. The information systems, the hard systems, soft systems, pretty self-explanatory. Um, the information systems, the thing that this book hits home with hard is to document everything, find all the numbers. Like the biggest thing that they like I guess we're saying in this area was like clothing. Like something so mundane that you wouldn't even think about it. Like what clothing do you wear that gets you the most sales? There's certain days of the week that you get more sales, or I guess not days of the week. There's certain days you get more sales because of the clothing you're wearing. So like if I'm wearing, they use the example, if I'm wearing a tan suit and I get 3 sales that day, but then I wear a blue suit the next day and I get 20 sales. That's a huge jump. So in order to test this, they want to take information to make it to figure out like, okay, so for 2 months we're gonna wear nothing but tan suits. We're gonna see how many sales we get, and then for 2 months we're gonna wear a blue suit and see how many sales we get. And if there's a huge jump in sales, then you're finding a correlation there. You're like, okay, so my information system tells me that I need to be wearing blue suits. So that's your information system. But that's everything that I've got for the E-Myth Revisited. I just wanted to try to implement it the best I could for an online arbitrage business. It's like I said, it's not like specifically made for that. It's definitely an older book. I think it was made back in the 80s or something like that. Um, or written back in the 80s. It's a great book, but there is some aspects in there. 1995. There are some aspects that don't really correlate with Amazon, but or OA, Amazon OA, I should say. But it is still a great book that I think that any business can get some value out of. But it's not like a quick read. It takes a little bit to get through. 258 pages. It was a little tough for me to get through. I'm not a big book reader, but I'm trying to get into that. That's why I'm doing this, and not just reading it, but actually implementing it. Because you can read all you want, but if you never do, you're you're gonna be in a worse situation than you would just work a job. You might as well just work a job instead of, trying to force something that's not going to work. But that's about it, guys. This was a long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed making it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.